Hey guys, and welcome back to another exciting Battlefield 4 video. Today I have some exclusive Battlefield 4 clips that you won't have seen anywhere else on the internet, so I do hope you enjoy. I actually have 5 clips in total, some of which you will see today, and the rest you will see in my next video, so make sure you stay tuned for that as well. Now, all of these clips have been filmed in 1080p using the ultra settings for Battlefield 4, and they have been recorded using the spectator mode with the HUD turned off. So that's why you can't see things like the mini-map, your ammunition count, and other markers on the screen. So we're going to take a closer look at some of these clips, break them down, and talk about some of the aspects that they reveal. Now, one of the first things to talk about is the weapon being used. Now, this is a CZ-805. It's one of the new Czech assault rifles being brought into Battlefield 4. And we are seeing quite a lot of Czech weapons being brought into the game. As we now have 3 classes, the Americans, the Russian and the Chinese, having new weapons is going to be key to spread out across these 3 different classes. Now, the CZ-805 was made in 2009 in the Czech Republic, and I think it has a very SCAR-like appearance. It's very bulky, very square edge, so it does look quite like the SCAR that we see in Battlefield 3, the SCAR-H and the SCAR-L. Now, this weapon in real life has single fire, 2-round burst and fully automatic. Now, in Battlefield 4 we're unsure yet what kind of fire types this weapon may have. It may only have single fire and fully automatic, but it may also have its 2-round burst as well. Now, what I have heard from the closed alpha is this weapon is a powerhouse, and it is up there with the likes of the M16A3 from Battlefield 3. So when the beta drops, keep an eye out for this weapon. I can see it being very, very popular. Now, if we pause the gameplay here, we can see he's using an RDS, or a red dot sight. Now, of course, red dot sights aren't anything new to Battlefield, but this shape and style of RDS is actually a new addition to the game. In Battlefield 3, we had circular RDS like the Cobra sight, we even had EOTechs, but this style and shape of RDS is actually new to the Battlefield series. Now, if we look below the sight, we can see some Chinese lettering. Now, of course, with all the new weapons and the new faction in the game, it does mean there are going to be lots of new sights put into the game as well. So maybe this is the Chinese RDS we're going to be seeing in Battlefield 4. Now, there could also be Russian RDS and American RDS as well. Now, if we pause the gameplay here again, we can see 2 of the new attachments in the game. The first of which is the Magpul angled foregrip. Now, just as the name says, this is a triangular shaped angled grip, and it will be used for recoil management. But it acts differently to the original grip we saw in Battlefield 3. This grip reduces the first shot recoil, so it reduces the initial recoil of the weapon. So it will be very useful if you're using the weapon in single shot or trying to use burst fire to hit a target that's a long distance away. If we quickly go back to this image again, we can see the second attachment is the laser pointer. Now, of course, laser pointers aren't anything new to Battlefield, but this weapon does have a green laser pointer. Now, we do know in Battlefield 4 we are going to have the option of red and green laser pointers for our weapons. Now, in this next segment of gameplay, we do see the player use his secondary weapon, his semi-automatic pistol, and there are some key features to take a look at here. Now, if we go ahead and hold the gameplay here again, we can see some of the new features in the game. Now, we do know that in Battlefield 4, your secondary weapons will be customizable. So rather than having different versions of the same weapon with lasers and suppressors as we did see in Battlefield 3, you can customize your pistol yourself in Battlefield 4. So as we can see here, the player has a suppressor and a laser attachment on the weapon, as well as a camo skin. And finally, we can see the player is using fiber optic sights on his weapon. Now, whether or not these sights will be customizable for this pistol, we do not know. But fiber optic sights will be pretty cool and helpful when you're fighting in a dark situation. Now, in this next clip here, we can see the new launcher, the MBT-LAW, being used. Now, in Battlefield 4, we will still have the RPG and the SMOR available as the unguided launcher, and the Stinger and the Igla as the anti-aircraft launcher, but the MBT-LAW is going to be replacing the Javelin in Battlefield 4. Now, unlike the Javelin, this is not a fire and forget launcher. As you can see the player doing here, he has to stay looking down sight and stay aiming at his target for the missile to hit it. So this is very similar to the tow launchers that we do see on the tripods in Battlefield 3. But that's all I have time for today, guys. If you did enjoy this video and enjoy the exclusive clips, please help me share the video and give me a like and a comment below. It does help me out a lot. And if you want to see more exclusive clips, don't forget I have 3 more to come, so tell me in the comment section below if you want to see those as well. But in the meantime, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.